down, please. We want to talk about energy. Elohim wants to talk about energy. Orion Council wants to talk about energy. Where you are located has a lot to do with the currents that move through your planet. If you are to monitor charts, such as we are doing at this time, you would see there are certain pathways for energy to move. And you see that your opening is where you have activity on your planet. There are openings and there are also pathways that are short-circuited because people have adjusted the grid according to their personal preferences. Who is that our channel wants to know, but it is not our time to discuss this. We are discussing energy. Area 51 is active at this time. So many of you want to know what is Orion Council meaning by this communication, where we send you to a focal point, where the focal point we are asking you to focus on has a lot to do with the energy currents. People have adjusted the energy currents of this area. They have short-circuited this area. Some beings are entering and some are not entering. So many are wanting entry, but not all have the permissions, according to people on your planet. Now you know that there are people who are adjusting energy pathways. Similar to a neurologic person who is advanced with working the circuitry of your nervous system, you have options for opening your mind in a way that you are not requiring surgery, because surgeons can operate according to their own knowledge and according to your desires, but your body is healing itself. Your body creates pathways. Your planet creates pathways. If you have a group of people who are short-circuiting, but the planet is wanting to create a new pathway, you will have a very disturbing energy because it is not in alignment. There are conflicts of interest. Krista, how is she going to channel a group that is talking about planets wanting something? If you are Elohim, you are laughing because you already understand the science behind the planetary consciousness. People have not evolved to the point of understanding perception of a consciousness. The holiest beings on your planet are laughing because they work with that planet and they say ideas to the planet and planet responds, but you have groups on your earth who are still not understanding that communication. Some of you say, oh, I do speak to those little sentient creatures on the planet, but I do not hear from them. How can a planet talk to me, because sentient beings do not talk to me? So if no one is talking to me, I will not have a conversation at all, and I will simply focus on myself and be self-involved, and I would not have interactions with anyone. If you are thinking in this way, you have a short-circuited yourself to creating, what is it you are short-circuiting yourself towards? If you are short-circuiting anything, you have begun to sense that you haven't really gotten it. You sense that some of the lights have been switched off, and also I really can't seem to get the answer. And many of you are saying, Orion Council, give me knowledge, but you are saying, I do not want interaction. You must have interaction if you want knowledge. If you are to enter a store and you say, hello, storekeeper, I would like to have an experience in your store, the storekeeper will say, well, enjoy yourself because you are welcome in my shop. But some of you are not so welcome in shops and you say, Orion Council, is it because I am short-circuiting myself, or is it because I'm simply not wanting interaction? Why am I not having a welcoming ceremony when I'm entering a certain shop? Well, let us hold on for a moment, because Orion Council is here. We are excited about communicating with you about consciousness and energy. Now, when we are talking about consciousness and energy and you are wanting to have interaction with only yourself, you are saying, Orion Council, I am now receiving information because I feel safe in this manner, because you are not here in my room and I do not like having people in my room, so therefore we will have this at a distance, and I enjoy it that way. Why cannot I do that with a shopkeeper and a store and knowledge and other beings? I enjoy this, Orion Council. I enjoy this sort of exchange of energy. Some of you would say you are sending us energy, but we feel we are sending you energy. We feel that we are sending you energy at this time. Some of you are feeling it because you are receptive and you are understanding pathways. Some of you have short-circuited yourselves, so you are not sensing the energy that is transmitted through the channel. Some of you say it is not energy, it is simply one personality behind the camera who is looking very funny. But we feel that you all have alignment to yourselves, and if you can align to yourself, Orion Council aligns with yourself as well. If you are in alignment to only yourself and you are not wanting energetic exchange, do you understand what you are doing with energy? Energy is a growing sort of experiment. When you are exciting yourself, your energy is expansive. When you are in a circle of beings and everyone sits there without communicating, you are still amplifying energy because you are focusing on the circle and simply being with one another. Some of you have an immense idea that energy exchange must be lifting one mountain, but we feel that energy exchange is simply a thought in someone else's direction, but also a telepathic bond with that being. Alright, Orion Council, explain telepathic bonding because I am a scientist. When you have a telepathic exchange of information, you are using a cord. And that is what many of you people on your planet say. I send cords to the planet, so therefore my telepathic exchange is taking place with the planetary consciousness. Many of you have not yet received communications, but you are simply experiencing telepathic exchange. You are not disconnected from your planet. Some of you say, well, Orion Council, it is debatable because I am a funny person and I'm always disconnected because it is how I feel inside. If you are feeling disconnection, you are simply forgetting that there is a great experiment on your planet where people have long ago told themselves that they weren't very important, and so they played that a few rounds of that I am not important situation, and they said to councils of light, we are not connected to you because telepathy does not exist, and so is the idea that consciousness can communicate with an entire planet. If you see from our perspective, from our screens, what it is people are doing on your earth, some of them have a lot to do with a tiredness in their sensitivity. They say, well, I've used my senses and it is time now to take a break, alright? Alright, if you are taking a break, as you call it, you would say, I am still connected to the planet, but it is human beings that I am not wanting interaction with. Many are saying, I'm not wanting human interaction. I'm very much a personality that is not doing well with other human personalities. And so many of you say, I prefer the other kingdoms of consciousness, as our channel calls them kingdoms. We say they are unified groups of consciousness, and you are missing that connection. So you are searching for unified groups, such as the four-legged beings and beings with wings and so on. They have unified their consciousness, and you are looking for that within your humanity. We simply remind you of certain locations on your planet because there are telepathic exchanges taking place in these sort of areas that have not been short-circuited by those on your planet. They are open for communication, and you are allowed that experience. You are welcome in those shops. But you must remember that if you are working on yourself and if you are wanting to have an allowance to feel better for yourself, you have around your earth many groups wanting to do this with you, and they are not all like the earth humans you are used to. We love you, so it is.